Hello again, everyone. We are Coughing by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Curse of the Dead Gods. When we last left off, we had just got another win under our belt, and I think we're getting to the point where maybe I should seriously consider going back to playing on a higher difficulty mode. Just to make sure that we don't get complacent or anything like that. Not that I necessarily think I'm getting complacent, just, you know, we can probably afford to throw ourselves into ever greater challenges. So we'll have to do that at some near-ish future point. It also sounds, based on some news posts I have read, that the next update to the game will be coming soon. Maybe not this week, but possibly next week. Possibly, of course. I can only hypothesize these things. And I am certainly no Nostradamus. So, you know. Yeah. But I do look forward to it. So, there is that. Now what do we have here? 10% of critical damage also heals me. Well, this also looks kind of interesting. I don't really want to corrupt myself this early in the game. Maybe I should have. Because honestly, I am mostly pretty good at managing my corruption. So, I mean, so far in this game I've, I think exactly one time have I ever, you know what? I like the shield, but I'm going to keep the pistol for now. Only one time have I gone overboard with accumulating corruption, and that was on a run where I was deliberately going all in on corruption, and that was pretty early in my Curse of the Dead Gods playing career, so back when everything was still new and fresh and exciting and unknown. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't be recording now. I'm definitely not sick, but, of course, I keep saying that. Am I in denial? No, I don't know. I guess I feel compelled to say I'm not sick, maybe because of the, you know, the current times we're living in. But with that in mind, if I, you know, if the gentleman doth protest too much, that could be a bit of a bad look, I suppose, is what I'm saying here. So maybe I should ease up on that. Just to... the more I talk about it, the more my throat feels like it's clamping up. It's a self-perpetuating thing there. A little bit of hypochondria, perhaps. You know, I've convinced myself at this point now that perhaps I am unwell. So... Alright, let's, No, you fools! Okay, come on. I freaking rolled, dang gummit! But apparently, not soon enough. So there goes our beautiful combo and all of our beautiful, beautiful money. Ah, that's a lot of money we just gave up, and I am not happy about it. Not happy about not having full health either, but, you know, that's a pretty minor thing at the end of the day, and I guess, what do you do about it except, you know, keep going and hope to do better the next time. Also, kind of a newish thing, but the, I don't know, maybe it's, I think it's just me, but it almost looks like the kind of the light under the ghost is kind of, like flickering a little bit, and I'm not sure if that's intentional flickering or some kind of graphical, I don't know. Well, when I look at the one down there, maybe it's just a perspective issue on my part there. Oh dear. Ha ha ha! There we go. I have to get at least one parry per run. in order to remind myself that I am actually capable. Oh no, if I hadn't screwed up, I wouldn't have had to pay corruption for that. I know, I didn't have to do anything. I could have chosen not to get both of those. I could have just went with the dexterity or the additional gold. I probably would have went with dexterity because, of course, as we all know, my general modus operandi is to, yeah, just try to do as much damage as possible. Because, of course, you know, the more damage you do, the faster you kill an enemy, the less likely it is that you'll end up in that always unfortunate situation where you end up taking damage. And as I do not like taking damage, naturally, it's a thing we would like to avoid where possible. Yes, focus on healing him and then getting spiked. And to think, if I hadn't made that mistake, we'd actually be at about 50 combo right now. Removes 1 corruption with each hit. Gotta say, that is pretty tempting. So I'll take it. Maybe I shouldn't, especially because there is a stat upgrade room coming up. But, you know what? Actually, this is one of those rarer runs where we seem to be getting stat upgrade rooms left, right, and center. That's crazy to me. I mean, also, the less money I have when I get to the boss, the less it'll end up doubling. Oh no, my money! My precious money! Oh, my poor, poor money. I couldn't save you. Oh well, that's life. Oh, but I can save you money. Oop. No! Money, I must save you. Keep the combo alive, that's the most important part in all this. Oop, run away. Okay. And yeah, I'll take that. Well, that was an interesting, interesting room. I almost made my classic mistake of focusing too much on trying to preserve the combo or trying to pick up the money or any of these competing interests. That, if not carefully managed, will inevitably get you killed. No, Gaslight, you rolled too soon. Oh, that worked out nicely. As it often does, and you know what, we've actually got a pretty nice amount of cash on hand. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I know strategically there is no reason for insisting... I'm gonna go with the gold, I think, because I'd like to maximize our doublings, as it were. But, like, there's no reason to necessarily feel compelled to, get both stat upgrades. I mean, there is value in it. You know, I also just now noticed that, if the enemy dies, there were spikes in the middle of the floor. I've ruined the entire run. Oh. Well... I mean, that is actually a considerably stronger weapon, and I should totally consider taking it, but I do like dropping corruption with every kill. Oh, what do you know? More damage from poison attacks. Anyway, you know, in any case, whatever it is we're doing exactly, it's, acceptable enough. I guess, possibly. We're not going to have that much money this run, I think, since so many stat upgrade rooms. Though, this is a perfect chance to deduce for myself. Oh, I never noticed that before, but that Jaguar actually has like a nice pretty little sitting animation when, like, before the fight actually starts. That is cool. That is a nice little, you know, attention to detail moment. And I just would like to have it said that I noticed and appreciate that little, bit of detail right there. No, 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 no. Oh, I got a perfect dodge in there, which kept the combo alive. Okay. Get a little shot in there. Oh dear. Okay. Less good. No, 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 no. Oh, thank goodness for that. That was pretty close. Look at us just walking in place there to assert dominance. Okay, so we are good. Okay, 50% all healing effects, but we have no healing, so, you know, that's a thing. Extra damage against poison enemies and against bosses, and if we manage to shoot them in the back, we do more damage, so that's a good gun all around, I think. Alright. Well, on to Statward City, I suppose. I hope I managed to pick up some kind of healing between here and the end. Because that would be nice, as one might expect. Alright. You are down, and a couple of crits will take care of you. There we go. That's the good stuff right there. Oh, it's another large man, and he actually has just enough health left over that he could survive. This is a good gun. I am glad we have this particular gun. Though I'll be much gladder if I manage to get the 400% increase to our kill counter, or, yeah, the timer. Since, naturally, the more time we have before it goes away, the more slow and methodical I can be in my movements. Well, that worked out nicely. And so, did that. But I guess, you know what, that's a thing that I've definitely not been taking advantage of. I've been letting enemies die to poison, which means that I don't actually get the corruption reduction. As evidenced, of course, by where we are right now. I am liking how this is going, though. The upward movement of our thingamajig, our stats, specifically our dexterity, is good. But it also looks like this is a run where we're getting a lot of perception, so we're definitely going to want to try to find a weapon, ideally a spear or hammer or a Titan Slayer type sword, that scales with said stat. Though also, with that in mind, I totally should have dodged in a different fashion there. But you know what, it all worked out in the end, so it's all good. I'm also kind of wondering to myself if poison weapons are more likely to get the kind of modifiers we've been getting, you know, where, you know, corruption is reduced if we, oh dear. If we kill an enemy with said weapon, or, you know, the healing, and if the reason for this potential... Okay, that's pretty good. I'll get rid of this. Ooh boy. That was a bit of a close one. Alright. There we go. Little corruption reduction for us right there. Though I think we're going to be at a point where we're always going to have one corruption. There is something, though, that is alluring to me of, you know, trying to avoid corruption. And in fact, it would actually be kind of neat if there was, like there's relics and, or no, there's weapons where you get a bonus if you have more corruption. It'd be kind of interesting if, there was, I mean, that is really tempting right there. Let's see. Enemies killed by the environment, gold offering cost. Okay, whenever a curse is removed, 150% to all healing effects, plus more perception. I'm gonna roll one more time. I'm looking for... Okay, that's also good. You know what? I'm actually gonna take this. I know what you're thinking. Hey, that plus 15% is pretty good, but we've got a poison build, so it makes sense to me that we buff the poison. And you know, I guess that's something I need to consider as well, is sometimes, you know, I mean, we don't necessarily need like just a straight all-around damage increase. Sometimes our focus... Oh dear. No, yes. Oh, I gotta leave the crystal skull behind. Oh dear. I'm glad that worked. Because I wasn't 100% convinced that was going to work out quite the way I wanted it to. Oh dear, oh dear! You kidding me? Large man actually hit me? Well, that's, disappointing, but I guess I'll find a way to get over that. And you know what? This is actually a good curse to have, frankly. The hallucinating effects. Alright, this guy's gonna be dead in a second. Fortunately, I gotta finish him first. Alright. There we go, get the nice little stun in there. Ah, he died to the poison before I could, you know, get the kind of benefits I would have liked. I could curse myself instead of spending money, so... I'm going to do it on this particular case. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it really doesn't make a difference. Probably doesn't make that much of a difference. Though it might. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like this build for just the ridiculous amount of money it gets, which is good. And it synergizes quite nicely with, you know, various builds that we can do, so, you know, it gives us that... I swear I'm going blind. Because I don't recall seeing him wind up. Probably why I should be paying a bit more attention. I don't think I'm ever getting back to full health, so... Let's let it stay this way. I'm also gonna have to be extra careful against Jaguar God at the end, seeing as, you know, I have put ourselves in a bit of a rough position health-wise. But I remain optimistic in my ability to... Well, that kind of was disappointing. There we go. That's what I like to see. Don't summon more minions. Well, he was going to summon another minion, but he, fortunately for us, didn't get the chance. Do I corrupt myself to heal after this next upcoming boss fight? Do I corrupt myself now? You know what, I suppose I probably shouldn't. Seeing as... You know, I am actually also regretting not taking that healing for every, like, the gold offerings. I'm also not entirely sure why I am feeling so obsessed with, hoarding my money, because there's no guarantee I'm going to get the relic I'm looking for. And while on the one hand, there's definitely something to be said for, you know, trying to prep for a particular build, it's probably better, in the long run, to focus on... You know, something that... No! Oh, come on. I swear I was in the middle of a roll animation, but did I, like, tap the Baron and that stopped the roll? Am I that out of touch? No, it's the game that's wrong. Oh, how I wish I could say that with a straight face and actually know that that was the case. But, alas, I know, deep down in my heart of hearts, that this poor play is entirely on me. Alright, let's get some rules in here, see if I see anything that I like. I mean, healing, that's always nice. Removes corruption, weakens enemies on the finisher, 20% chance to inflict poison. I mean, I should probably take that, though there is a part of me that's kind of thinking of this whole idea of just doubling down on the poison. You know what, I'm gonna roll it. Roll the bones a few more times on this one. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't. I'd be crazy to roll one more time. Well, what are my, So yeah, I'll heal a reasonable amount of cash, actually. No, you know what, I'll stick with my poison stick. I probably shouldn't. I probably should have taken that spear that weakens enemies on the finisher. But sometimes you just have to go with your gut. And my gut this time said, go with what you got. Oh, goody. I better make sure I don't take any damage now. Oh, well. Oh, that time I definitely saw it. So I know for sure that it was in fact... would have been me if I got hit there. Okay, gold offerings remove corruption. That's nice. I'm gonna stick with what we have for now, even if I'm not entirely convinced that this particular build is the kind of build that I want to carry me into the end of the game. Oh, I parried him back into the explosion. That is probably the singular most satisfying thing I've ever done in this game. And there's been a lot of satisfying things in this game, which I would say is a compliment to the developers, quite frankly. Which actually, you know what, kind of gets me thinking there for some reason. I got a comment on a video a while back, mentioning something about the game Hades, which is apparently in some ways similar to this game. Which is interesting, because as far as I can tell, like from my own sort of looking into it, it appears they both more or less became... Well, Hades I think went into early access in late November, December, and it was around then that I was given the chance to play like the alpha build of Curse of the Dead Gods. So the point I'm getting is because the comment in particular kind of accused this game of just being a reskin or a clone or what have you of Hades, and I think it's more of a case of a happy little accident where, you know, the two games by two different developers. I tried so hard to parry that. Too hard, in fact, I would dare say. But anyway, yeah, you know, it's one of those happy little accident type moments where, you know, some separate developers who, as far as I know, have no contact with each other ended up creating games that have some similar feel about them. Which is also kind of interesting, seeing as, you know, Hades is kind of set in the underworld, but in Greek mythology, this is set in a more of a Mayan Aztec kind of situation. I've never played Hades as well, by the way, so everything I'm saying is based entirely on taking a quick glance at the game, or at, well, a gameplay trailer. I don't want to say the gameplay trailer, but a gameplay trailer. And Hades feels almost like it's a faster game in some ways, actually, as well. It's kind of a thing I would note. Now, this is going to be useless for the rest of the run, so we might as well get rid of it now. This is an interesting weapon, but someday I should just do like a run where I very specifically focus on just using a bow. For the obvious reason that I never use bows. But anyway, getting back to this whole Hades Curse of the Dead Gods thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to pick up Hades for myself so I can give it a try and a more accurate, you know, comparison of the two games. Well, that's a giant middle finger to me right there. Well, it worked out in my favor, but I was hoping to be the one to strike the final blow. But you don't always get what you want in this world. Well done. Oh boy. Probably shouldn't have done it that way. But I did. That was incredibly stupid, quite frankly. That roll, the timing of that, if I had been off by, like, even a frame, I think, I would have been hit instead. I was taking the idea of rolling towards the enemy a little too far by literally rolling up against him in a uncomfortable manner. Definitely not practicing good social distancing there. You know, somehow, despite everything, I am still making a killing in money in this particular run. Well, then again, I guess, I mean, I don't want to say that the build we have is overpowered, but it is definitely quite powerful. Yeah, I should probably look before I leap in the future. Well, I should always look before I leap. It's just good lesson for life, and I hesitated too long before making my next attack. How dare you, sir? Well, didn't quite work out the way I would have preferred, but we're still here. We're also really not doing well on the whole, you know, not taking damage part. A lot of dexterity, though, which I think is the only reason this run is actually still even a little bit competitive. Since, what tier is this spear anyway? It's a tier 2 spear. We're at the end of the game. It is still holding... It's still pulling its weight against all odds. Like, I'm actually kind of baffled by that. The extra critical damage probably would be a smart investment. Were there spikes in the middle of the floor? There were. I mean, it might even be better than the poison. Oh, don't walk on the spikes, please. I've been doing that a little too often on this run. Okay. I mean, this is we're in a very, very fragile place. So I definitely need to work on my general... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh no. Oh no, Gaslight, you fool! At least I'm getting money every time I get hit, though, so... There's something to be said for that. It's not much money, but it is some money. Oh, I am so dead. I can survive maybe one hit from the boss. This has not been a great run for acquiring healing. Well, I say that, but then again, you know, I have had opportunities, and I have let them go to waste. So, you know, I do have to take some responsibility there. I mean, at the end of the day, we are responsible for our choices, despite what, you know, some world leaders may say. And, yeah, we definitely want some relics here. I don't think we have any realistic chance of healing ourselves, but if we can get some good relics, I mean, maybe we'll even be lucky enough to get a cursed relic that'll heal us to 50% health when we should have died. I don't want to count on that as a thing. But it would definitely... It would help if it happened, is I guess what I'm trying to say, and there's spikes in the middle of the floor there, so careful not to land on them, old boy. That would be better. It would be better. But I'm going to stick with the gun for now, even though I haven't really used it. Alright, push him onto the spikes. I cannot push him onto the spikes. He's too far away. Oh no, my combo! Well, I think the important thing in all this is that he's gonna die before I can hit him again. Or not. The important thing in all this is that we are somehow still alive in all of this. And you know what? I mean, we actually have a really nice amount of money, so... that is also a good thing. Oop, easy does it there. And yeah, look at that. Guaranteed critical hits. What's not to like? If only I also had a little bit of healing attached to that. Would make my life so much easier. But, you know, life can't always be easy. That is a really stupid idea, of course. Having run into the middle of the proverbial Viper's Nest with no stamina. However, I seem to have reached a point. Alright, this is going to be good for, like, the duration of the run, so... I'm gonna swap this out. There is no chance of getting a new weapon, is there, unless one happens to drop. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There's, in fact, 2 chances for picking up weapons, depending on my choices, of course. And I think I'm definitely going to make those choices. If I can, this is probably, I mean, looking at my money, we would still get benefit out of the, you know, the gold, translating into more damage. Are you a, you are not a fire thing. That is good. Alright, you know what, I should be focusing a little more on actually landing those sweet and sexy critical hits. Because it is probably the only chance I'm going to have to get into a moderately comfortable position. Alright. Ah, balls. I did do it to myself, though. I mean... Oh boy, that scared me. No, don't die of poison. Not yet! I'm actually only healing 7 points per hit. Which makes me very unhappy, I must say. It's a silly thing to get upset about, I suppose. If I get... Now, there's gonna be some tough choices here. This could be my chance. If I cheese this so that I let this up... Why did I do that? If I cheese this... I don't heal on this guy. Why did I try to parry? Yeah, if I just get criticals on this guy right here. Gotta be careful not to hit the Baron. But oh my god. It would have been possible to cheese him forever. Really wish the minions still healed. But then again, that would be pretty cheesy as well, wouldn't it? Well, we're probably dead. Unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Well, I should probably consider getting rid of... I mean, that's good. But I still don't think even with that it would be enough to heal me. So, we'll go with this. Our only hope is to not get hit. Though, I've got to be honest, at this point, I really don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off. If I can at least make it to the boss and get him to, I don't know, half health, I will consider this a win. Like a personal win, not a, like, a win-win, just, you know. A win for my pride, and a win for my prejudice. Well, there goes the combo, unfortunately. Don't die of poison before I have a chance to kill you. Alright. Alright, don't burn your stamina, Gaslight. That's... I'm a little surprised that didn't hit, but I am grateful. That has undone everything I have just accomplished. And that is also ensured I will never recover. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, it was a good run while it lasted. Ah, shucks, I wish I had hit the Baron one more time. That's all I needed, just one more hit. Not that it would have saved me, mind you, but, you know. Maybe I should have taken the 9% for going for doors. And by maybe, I mean I definitely should have. Alas. Alas. What are you gonna do? A lesson for next time. I mean, you know, I should have known better, because 9% per room. I'm pretty sure... Well, then again, no, because I've got overall more than 9 hits in here. Like, I mean... Whoop. Okay, that was not a critical hit. Okay, don't even swing unless you know it's going to be a critical hit, Gaslight. Okay, I actually did think that was going to be a critical hit. Nope. No! Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Some would even say that was the perfect parry. Alright, you're getting kind of backed into a corner there, friendo. And I am nothing if not a kind and gracious person. A kind and gracious flesh and blood man. I actually managed to pull off the parry. Alright, I kind of went a little too aggressive there when I was obviously not getting criticals. Alas. Alas, alas, alas. That's apparently my new word of the day. Okay, let's see here. Well, this is considerably stronger. I mean, it does 100 damage versus the mere 64. Actually, this does 110. Then again, how much extra damage does the poison do? Choices, choices. But then again, this has a 20% chance to inflict poison. But then again, we also do more damage from poison, so... yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stick with this, and we've actually managed to get back up to 500 health, so we can survive getting hit approximately 1 time. Depending on what that hit is. Well, actually, maybe twice. But I'm gonna say 1 time just because... yes, because oh, right, I heal every time I get a critical hit, so I'm actually getting stronger as the run progresses. Potentially, anyway. Okay, what are you doing? Hello? Okay, okay. Alright, I'm healing exactly 9 hit points. That's, not exactly going to break the bank or anything here, but... oh dear. But it's something. Oh, come on, you. No, no, no. Oh, god dang it. I got stuck on him. And also I rolled into the fire, so that's kind of on me. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see all you in the next video.